So, welcome back to this lecture video on transformers in basic electrical engineering course. So, in the last class we have discussed about the types of losses. We were in continuation of it. We have discussed about iron losses. One more type of loss that is likely to occur in the transformer is copper loss. I have told you what is copper loss due to the presence of the resistance in the primary and the secondary windings. If I consider a practical transformer, it has both primary resistance and the secondary resistance, right? Due to that, due to the primary current flowing in the primary circuit and the secondary current or the load current that is flowing in the secondary circuit, whatever the I square R loss that takes place due to the presence of the resistance, the heat dissipates, that is called as copper losses. Now we can say that the copper losses is the summation of the copper loss. The total copper loss is the summation of the copper loss taking place in the primary circuit plus copper loss taking place in the secondary circuit. Okay. So before understanding copper loss, just I will go through the equivalent circuit of the transformer. This equivalent circuit of the transformer is not there for your syllabus, just for the understanding. Just for the understanding, the way how I have explained the hysteresis loop in the last class, the hysteresis loop need not to be explained as per the scope of your syllabus. Just to understand what is hysteresis loss, I have explained completely the retentivity point, coercivity point, what is hysteresis loss and all. I have went in detail. So in the similar way, to understand copper loss in a proper way, I am going through the equivalent circuit. This is not there for your syllabus. Okay, just a glimpse of it. I will give you a glimpse. Okay, so this is the equivalent circuit of a transformer. Why we write the equivalent circuit? There will be two circuits separate. If I want to make any analysis in the electrical circuits that has transformer, two circuits will come. So on a single phase basis, for a single phase transformer, I can write one single phase transformer as one circuit, as a common circuit, no bifurcation. So that if I represent a transformer like that, what will happen? The analysis will become very easy to apply KVL, KCL or any network reduction theorems. You can easily apply that. Okay, and you can arrive at the solution easily than bifurcation in the circuit. So that is the only essence. And also you can analyze the performance of the system which has transformer, and also the performance of the transformer can be evaluated easily using the equivalent circuit. So this is the approximate equivalent. Circuit of the transformer. Here you can see the primary circuit, that is V1, that is applied voltage here. R1 and X1 are the primary resistance and the primary reactance of a practical transformer. I1 is the primary current. I1 is the primary current, is the vectorial summation of no load component of the current plus the load component of the current I2 dash. I2. Okay, I2 we have discussed. So here I0 has two components. I mu is the magnetizing component, I omega is the core loss component. R0 and X0 are the core loss resistance and reactance circuit of that total no load component that I have represented here. And here the commonly E2 dash is given by E1 by K, means referring the complete transformer circuit to the primary, okay, to referring to the primary, the secondary parameters like R2 dash, X2 dash. How I have derived that, how I have taken R2 dash and X2 dash is very simple. R2 dash and X2 dash, say for example, there the equivalent resistance of the secondary circuit, if the current that flows in the primary circuit, the same current flows in the equivalent resistance of the primary primary circuit, this secondary resistance, the same amount of the copper loss should take place. The same amount of copper loss, what that is intended to take place in the secondary, the same amount of copper loss should be taken place here. Then this circuit is called as equivalent circuit. Very simple, I can say. So I1, what is this? R2 dash, I1 square, R2 dash. Sorry, I1 square, R2 dash, I1 square, R2 dash. What is this R2 dash? R2 dash is the equivalent secondary resistance referring to primary. Equivalent secondary resistance. Actual resistance of the secondary circuit is R2, but I am representing the complete transformer as one circuit, as equivalent circuit. So R2 dash is the one resistance which is equivalent secondary resistance, which produces the same amount of copper loss if the primary current flows through it. So I1 square R2 dash must be equal to I2 square actual R2. This is the actual transformer secondary circuit. When a secondary current I2 flows through the R2, the same amount of copper loss should take place if a primary current I1 should flow through this R2 dash. This is the equivalent resistance. Now what will happen? R2 dash is equal to I2 square divided by I1 square into R2. R2 is the actual resistance of the secondary circuit. It should be multiplied with I2 by I1 whole square. I2 by I1 whole square means what? I1 by I2 is K. We have derived. What is K? Transformation ratio. So what it will become? R2 by K square. R2 by K square. That is what is R2 dash. Similarly, X2 dash. X2 dash is the equivalent secondary resistance in the primary, refer to the equivalent secondary reactance refer to the primary. Equivalent secondary reactance refer to the primary. This will become one complete transformer circuit that I can place it for the analysis. So now how I can write for X2 dash? Now it is very simple. For X2 dash, R2 dash is very simple. Actual R2 divided by K square. Similarly, X2 dash must be equal to actual X2 divided by K square. Okay. Now, what is the complete resistance of the circuit now? What is the complete resistance of the circuit? Including primary and the secondary, referring to primary. Complete resistance of the circuit, both the primary and the secondary, referring to primary in the equivalent circuit. That is, this is the complete resistance of the circuit, R01. R01 is the complete resistance, that is R1 plus R2 dash. Similarly, so what does it mean? R1 plus R2 divided by K square. Similarly, what is X01? X01 is the total impedance. So total reactance. What it is actually? X1 plus X2 dash. Can I write like this? Yes. So X1 plus X2 divided by K square. Can I write like this? Yes. Now this is the total resistance and total reactance referring the circuit to the primary. In the similar way, so okay, leave it. So what is the total impedance of the transformer? Total impedance of the transformer is Z referring to primary. Z01 is R01 plus JX01. This is the equivalent impedance. Similarly, if you want to transfer V2 dash, what actually the V2 dash? If the same amount of voltage that is to be appeared across the load, if you write the equivalent circuit, that is equal to V2 divided by K. That will comes. That derivation I don't want to show. Similarly, E2 dash is also E1 by K. Okay. So, if you refer the same circuit, for the secondary means if you are supplying this voltage V2 here, and the same amount of copper loss should take place here if the I2 current is flowing here in the primary. That is how I can write R02 must be equal to R2 plus R1 dash. R2 plus R1 dash. So for that, R2 plus R1 divided by K square. Similarly, X02 must be equal to X2 plus X1 dash is equal to X2 plus X1 divided by K square. Referring to primary. So this is how. Sorry. Here when you refer to the primary, it is multiplied with K square. Refer to the secondary, it is multiplied with K square. Sorry. Only when you are referring to the primary, divided by K square. When you are referring to the secondary, it is multiplied by K square. It is multiplied by K square. Okay, it's not one. Now this is the total. This is enough. Okay, this is enough. I think this is not to be explained, because if I not explain this and if I skip it, you cannot understand copper loss properly while deriving the equations. That's why I have explained it. Okay. Now what is copper loss? Total copper loss, total Cu loss must be equal to Cu loss in the primary plus Cu loss in the secondary, right? Secondary. So what is the Cu loss in the primary? I1 square R1 plus I2 square R2. So this can be written like this. If I refer to the primary, I1 square into R01. If I refer to the secondary, the same copper loss can be written like this, I2 square into R02. Right? This is the total copper loss. From this, you can put an important inference that the copper loss of a transformer is directly proportional to the square of the current. Current means I2 square means what? Load current. I1 square means what? Primary current. Both primary and the secondary current mainly depends on what? Load. If load increases, this also increases. Right? Now what I can say, copper loss is varies as square of the load. Square of the load means I can write like this, copper loss is directly proportional to the square of the load. Means if the load on the transformer is, say for example 2 kVA with so and so amps, then what if I rise the 2 kVA, then I will rise it to 4 kVA, then what would be the copper loss? Square of 4, square of 2 times. Okay, so that we will see it in the next stages. So from this, what you can say, copper loss is directly proportional to the square of the current or the square of the load. Square of the load. Okay, that is, you can say like is directly proportional to if the amount of load is changing. that is WCU is directly proportional to full load kVA square or load square, or WCU is directly proportional to X square. What is this X square? Full load kVA whole square. The rating of the transformer is generally given in kVA, in apparent power. kVA, volt amperes, not in watts. Why? Because transformers, generators, UPS, they are all delivers the power. They don't consume the power, ideally speaking. There exist some losses, leave about the losses, they only delivers the power. This transformer will not be knowing the power factor of the load. The load which is connected to the secondary, it will not be knowing. Any kind of load you can connect, either pure resistance or it may be 0.8 lagging, 0.9 lagging, 0.6, 0.3, even leading power factor, whatever may be, you may connect to the secondary. Power factor is unknown for it. It is not known by the transformer. So you cannot express that in EI cos phi. EI cos phi. In general, you will represent it by EI only, rating. You don't know the type of load it is connected. Overall input of the power that it can deliver, maximum, if you maintain unity power factor. How much? Maximum. Above this, you cannot rate the transformer. You cannot transfer the power. Say for example 20 kVA. It is the maximum. 20 kVA is the maximum power. Beyond that it cannot transfer. Means you can connect 20 into 0.8 power factor load, 0.9, maximum unity is 20 kVA. Either it is lagging or leading. If you connect a unity power factor load, then it is 20 watts. 20 watts. If you connect 0.9, it may be around 18 or 19, like that. So this is all about why it is represented in kVA. So leave it aside. So what I was telling, WCU is directly proportional to the X square. WC is directly proportional to full load kVA. Full load kVA whole square. Means if say for example, if the load on the transformer is 2 square times, it changes. Which one? Copper loss. Copper loss will change, square the load. Square the load. Okay. Now it will be more clarified in the problems, numerical problems. Okay. 2 square. If it is 2, full load kVA is 2, it is directly proportional to the square of the X square. So this I will clarify in the next numerical problems. You cannot understand nowadays. Okay, fine. So now this is about the copper loss. Copper loss. Similarly, what is R01 and what is R02 you have understood. Now I will explain about the efficiency of in the transformer. Okay, efficiency in the transformer. And also one important note I have to tell: copper loss is the varying losses. It varies according to the load, square of the load. Okay, core loss is the constant loss, irrespective of the load, whatever may be the load from 0 to 100. The core loss remains same for a particular transformer. It will not vary. If you raise the load or if you lower the load, it will not vary. But copper loss will vary square the load. Okay. So now we shall, that is the important inference or a note. Now efficiency of the transformer. Efficiency of transformer. So efficiency of the transformer. So what is efficiency in general? If efficiency eta is given by output divided by input, right? What is output? Input minus losses. Input minus losses divided by input.